Welcome back, everyone, to the Dawg House podcast. Thank you all for tuning in. Yes, my hair is... I feel it gets a little bit more, not tame, but it's gotten to like a length where maybe I can control it a little bit more. Because I used to only wear hats like all the time.
It looks less frizzy.
Yeah.
It looks more like
yeah. And like greasy.
nice.
It's all good.
Let's get booked.
Yeah, that's Nicky Rod's. That's Nicky Rod's sponsor, Bucked Up. It's also the same guy that runs Jackson Chains.
Really? He has two companies.
He's got three companies, I think.
It.
He's got Bucked Up, he's got Jackson Chains, and he's got like the biggest paintball like area in the country.
I gotta talk to these guys.
Yeah, all good. What is it? A towel. I have a towel. I have a towel hanging up on the wall. You can just use that guy.
This is awesome.
All right. All good. Well, what is there to talk about today? You have Santa Claus to talk about,
I have some
right?
shit to talk about.
Yeah.
Today. As far as casual topics, not so much, but I have some good topics today.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So, I guess we could touch on the one I wanted to touch on last episode, which was God is like Santa.
Mm-hmm. What do you mean by this?
So, I'll take you through my chain of thought, which led me to the line God is like Santa. So I was like, why don't people believe in God? I just had this thought, like, why don't people? Because I think I saw some sort of stat on the news or something. It was like more and more people aren't believing in God, like throughout the years. It's like, why is that? And I was like, well, because God would make you have to behave. Like, and I was like, well, why would God make you behave? And I was like, how did you get children to behave when they were younger? You told them Santa was watching, right? You tell them, if you're bad, Santa's not going to bring you presents. So you made up this imaginary figure that made them feel like that they were being held accountable at all times. You know what I mean?
So why would people not believe in God?
Because
or is it more that they don't want to believe?
They don't want to believe, not because they don't think he's real. I feel like they don't want to believe because it forces them to have to be accountable for their actions. Because if you believe in God, then you believe that, like, well, someone's always watching you mess up. You know what I mean?
You don't want to get coal.
Yeah, I don't want to get coal from the Jesus.
Yeah.
So I was like, God is literally like Santa for adults. If you believe in God, then you believe in this figure that's like, he's always holding me accountable. So behind closed doors, and I think no one's watching, and I can mess around. Someone is watching.
Yeah.
So that's how I got to the phrase "God is like Santa." You can use him to force yourself to behave, because people don't hold themselves accountable for their actions, and they don't want someone else holding them accountable for their actions.
Yes.
So it's like, well, then who's holding you accountable for your actions? No one. So you become a degenerate.
Yeah. Yeah. If you don't hold yourself accountable,
then you need Santa.
You need Santa. AKA Jesus Christ for adults. Yes.
But that's how I got to that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Was there any other topics?
Yeah. I mean, we're going to go down the list.
What did you write down? Did you just write down the little quote, God is like Santa to adults?
So I wrote down, God always holds me accountable. And then God is like Santa to adults.
Okay. So you wrote a little bit more than that. Okay. Because I was like, did he just write down God is like Santa to adults and remember that entire conversation you had with himself? That's impressive.
Yes.
I don't remember.
I'll have these conversations like inside my own head.
Yeah.
Like whenever my girlfriend looks over at me and I'm like staring off into space, I just had that same exact conversation just in my head, but just staring at the wall. Yeah. So it just becomes imprinted in my brain.
Yeah.
So anytime I say God is like Santa and someone's like, what do you mean? I'm like, well,
I've got this in my notes.
Got it right here in my brain, imprinted.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is
so
great.
That's where I got that. But yeah, so one of the big topics I want to go over today is I was studying some more film or video. I've mentioned this before, guys. Whenever you're not working out physically or training physically, then you could be training mentally, spiritually, whatever it may be. There's always something you can be doing to improving. So whenever I'm not training physically, which isn't a lot, I like watching videos of like topics that I wish I knew more about that like helps me mentally.
Just anything you're talking about, jiu-jitsu specific.
Anything.
Okay.
Like I have a lot bigger goals in my life than just jiu-jitsu, and one of them is just to be the best human I can be. So to be that, I have to learn a lot of things that could benefit me that are outside of jiu-jitsu. So, but it all correlates. A lot of stuff I learn mentally can be applied to jiu-jitsu and my career and stuff very easily if you think hard enough. But so I was watching this video of this guy. I don't know, forget his last name, but his name's Jesse something. The guy who owned the private jet company I was telling you back a while ago. And he said something that I wrote down because I was like, it's so interesting when he said that. He said, "Be a participant in life, not a spectator." And I was like, I wonder what that means, like deeper. So I want to talk about it a little bit on the podcast, but kind of just to throw out surface level, what I think it means is like a lot of people are spectators in their own life. Like your life on this earth is your life, but yet you're like a spectator, meaning you're spectating all the people around you. You're not really participating in your own life. And what he said, which was made sense to me, was like, you could be, if you're not striving for some sort of goal, if you're not helping your family out, you're not trying to become better mentally, physically, if you're not striving for something, but you're kind of just spectating other people's achievements, then you're a spectator in life, you're not a participant. And he said, at least if you're trying things and you're failing, you're participating. Failing is participating. He goes, but watching, I'm going to quote him here. He said, like watching the Kardashians TV show on the weekend, you're not participating in anything. You know what I mean? It's like you need to be participating in your life.
Or like watching the football game every weekend and then like going to your coworkers and be like, "Oh, did you see the game? Did you see that play?
That player's so good."
You got to say it again. Fuck Tom Brady.
Fuck Tom Brady, dude.
Fuck Tom Brady. I want to score.
I want to score.
Yeah.
And it's okay. It's okay to do that if you are participating.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure. There's
like
a balance.
It's a balance. Kind of like what you said before, which was really cool. It's like, I forget, what did you say? Like,
I said something cool.
No, yeah.
Sick.
You said something real cool. It was like, you were talking about how if you're not doing something to benefit you, then it must be taking you back.
The credits and debits.
Credits and debits, exactly. Yes. So it's like, okay, let's say you do dip into the spectator way of life. If 90% of your life is participating in life, you're traveling, you're achieving goals, you're failing, you're learning, blah, blah, blah. And then every once in a while you'll,
watch a movie
or something. That's totally fine. I'm not talking about that.
For sure.
I'm talking about if it's the other way around.
Yeah.
It's like 90% of your life is spectating everyone else accomplishing stuff. And every once in a while, you'll go work out in the gym once every 2 months.
Yep.
And that's your participating.
Yep.
Your ratio's off. That's what I'm talking about.
For sure. And I have a question. What do you think is better if you are the spectator and say you are the spectator, and that 90% of your spectating, are you comparing yourself? If you're comparing yourself to whoever you're spectating, as compared to just mindlessly watching them, what's worse?
I'd almost say mindlessly watching them.
I kind of want to say that, but then on the other hand, comparing yourself is also not very healthy.
Comparing yourself is very bad. Like if you're constantly looking at Tom Brady, wow, I wish I was him. He makes so much money. He's so good, blah, blah. That's really, really bad. But at least you're thinking.
Yeah.
At least you maybe, because you're comparing yourself to them, one day you might be like, you know what, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Spark a little something.
But if you're mindless, you're just every day, you're just on autopilot.
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, so that's why I would say being mindless is a little worse.
I agree. Interesting.
Sometimes I'll catch myself in the earlier days of like my wrestling stuff, comparing myself to other people. And like you said, one day I'd be comparing myself and be like, oh, fuck that guy.
Yeah.
I can beat him. I'm better than him. Like, so at least that, like you said, could add some sort of spark where like you switch one day.
For sure. Yeah.
So
interesting.
But yeah. So then, did you have any other points on that one?
We mentioned the Tom Brady. Fuck Tom Brady. I want to score. But sometimes, like you said, it's okay to fail. It's okay to learn.
Yes,
Sometimes
that's participating.
You don't always have to score.
True.
But
you can try to score.
You can try to score. The fact that you try to score is significantly.
That's what makes Tom Brady Tom Brady.
Exactly.
Is when 5 seconds left on the clock, he says, "Give me the ball."
Yep.
And if he misses, then he accepts the consequences if he misses, but he also accepts the rewards if he makes it.
For sure.
So it's like that's why the quote, "F Tom Brady, I want to score." It's like if he can score 5 seconds left, like I can. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I don't need to look up to that guy. I'll be that guy and better.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So participate in life, and that includes losing. People think participate in life like, oh, I tried to accomplish my goals. They're too hard, blah, blah. Well, that's participating. You're participating. Yep. You're losing. You're winning. You're learning.
It's a step closer.
It's a step closer. Exactly. So participate in your own life. Don't be a spectator in your own life. That's depressing.
That is depressing.
This is a really interesting one. This next one. I'm going to like this one. So I'm curious what your input is. So I heard this guy say a quote, and I instantly self-reflected when I heard this, and it made me grit my teeth a little bit because I think I made a mistake. It's like, fuck, I fucked up.
It's a quote. Don't shit yourself.
Yeah. So this guy said, never let an opportunity go. Ever. Never let an opportunity go. Even if you think it may not be the biggest opportunity or you're not really sure what will come of it, if it's an opportunity, then you should take it and see where it goes. And I was like, and he went on to take it kind of down a business route when he was like, he said, I'm always ready to pitch. And what he said is like, if I see someone in an elevator that I know, I'm quoting him, by the way. He said, if I know someone in the elevator that I know from Instagram, I will never not talk to them. I'll never not talk to someone I've seen or talked to before, or they follow me on Instagram, and I'll give them a pitch of like who I am. Hey, I'm a big fan of you, blah, blah, and spark some sort of conversation. He goes, because what are the odds you and this person are in the elevator together?
Yeah.
You never know what could come out of it. And it made me think of a situation at ADCC Trials this year at West Coast that I let my ego get in the way, and I missed an opportunity. But this is a good lesson for myself that I think a lot of y'all could learn from as well. I let two things get in the way. One, my ego, and two, something we preach that kind of got in the way. And I was like, okay, good.
What is it?
So how we say, we don't want to be a fanboy to people or put people above us
on a pedestal.
On a pedestal. So because of that, I'm not going to run up to someone and be like everyone else. Hey, I want a picture, blah, 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 blah. But it's like at the same time, that could have been an opportunity that you missed out on because you didn't do that. And so example of mine is I saw Jocko Willink at West Coast Trials.
Okay.
I am a fan of his. I'm a fan of his mindset. I'm a fan of his podcast. But I saw everyone running up to him while he's trying to coach his daughter, while he's walking around. And there was times where he was talking to people. And I wanted to go up to him, but I was like, I don't want to be that guy.
The thing is, everyone is that guy. So it's kind of how, if you were to walk up to him or someone like that, you have to do something to like actually be different, I guess, in order to get something more than just the regular like back and forth of just like one of those kind of I don't know, confrontations or what conversations.
Yeah, it's just conversation. Yeah. The fact that you just said that made me think of something else. That's a good point. A lot of these people, I feel like a lot of people did go up to him and they weren't really sure why.
No, they're just, oh, I love your stuff.
It's just jock
and
up,
then that's it.
right? It's like I see that guy going up to him.
Yep.
I want to go up to him.
Yep.
That's female stuff. That's you see someone else have clout, so you want to go talk to him.
Pretty much, yeah.
If I were to go up to him, it most likely it would have been like, hey, what are some tips about starting a podcast? How do you implement your mindset? How can you deliver your mindset into someone else who doesn't have it? That's kind of stuff I would want to talk to him about.
Absolutely. I think those are great questions to ask someone like that.
Yeah.
Like, that's perfect. Rather than no one like none of those people that came up to him is asking him those questions. No one. They're like, hey, I love your stuff. Can I get a photo?
Can I get a photo?
Hey, I love your Instagram. Can I get a photo?
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah. So that's what I would have liked to ask him. That was the opportunity I saw when I saw him. Then I was like, my ego was in the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like if I go up and talk to him, I bring myself down to myself down to everyone else's level. Like I'm a fan, but it's like it's okay to be a fan if you look at it in a way of like we're like-minded and I want to learn from you. And two, like from that quote I pulled out of that guy's video, never let an opportunity go. Well, I let an opportunity go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So don't let y'all's ego get in the way, or if you're going to walk up to someone and know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
You know, are you trying to learn something?
Yeah.
Are you trying to create an opportunity, or are you just doing it because everyone else is doing it?
Yeah.
You know?
I
wanted to bring. I'm curious how would.
Yeah. I almost never. I've never walked up to a famous person that I know through social media or like a fight or anything.
Could that have been an opportunity you missed out on?
That very moment, no, because I was very focused on competition. I'm not trying to conversate with anyone. But say it was in a different. Say I was done competing for the day and I saw him after, I still don't think I would walk up to him.
Yeah.
Just because I feel like he gets it. He gets that, like, he gets people coming out to him all the time. I get it sometimes, so I know how it is. This guy's been talking to people all day.
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, man, everyone's calling ask photos. I don't want to be that one extra guy where he's just like, you know,
push him over the edge.
But with that being said, though, think about opportunities you could have missed out on by not doing that.
Yep.
It's so interesting.
Speaking about that, I kind of, I don't know, possibly could have missed out on an opportunity. It's already gone now. But a few weeks ago, I had a lot of seminars booked, and I had a opportunity for a fight on the same exact dates. So I was like, this wouldn't make sense to compete. And everyone's like, oh, this is a high level guy. Yeah. But I'm like, I'm going to be making the same amount of money, or I'll be making more money than what they're offering doing these few seminars. So I'm like, why would I compete and like risk losing to this person rather than just have guaranteed money?
Yeah.
It doesn't really make sense to me. So I said no. And I'll be doing the seminars. I feel like it seemed pretty simple to me at the time, but now that you bring up the missed opportunity, like it could potentially, raise me up another, I guess, status, but the person, it didn't really make sense. So
I feel like in your situation, you were juggling between two opportunities.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You do the match. It's a good opportunity. You win. You get a cool highlight. Something come out of it. You go to the seminar. You could bump shoulders with God knows who.
For sure.
The guy's like, oh, hey, by the way, we have I know another guy who wants a seminar.
For
like,
sure.
You know what I mean? So you were juggling between two opportunities, which is a big difference.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Seminars are always like that as well. There's always someone that knows a guy that wants to have me for a seminar, or there's always a guy that knows how to that does this, and he wants to invite us to go fucking mountain biking or go surfing or do this. Like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, dude. The seminars, at least your one in Hawaii, it was an it seemed to be an opportunity for you to participate more in your life.
For sure.
That's what it was.
For sure, yeah.
You know what I mean? Which is another opportunity.
Yeah.
Which is huge.
Especially, like, I planned the Hawaii seminar, the first Hawaii seminar, in 2023, like maybe a month or so before January, and I did that, like those few seminars in Hawaii, and I was like, "Fuck, why don't I just do a few seminars every month?"
Yeah,
And
you were on a roll there for a while.
I've done a seminar every month, and if I haven't done a seminar each month, I've done a competition. So
yeah.
I'm sticking. This is one of my goals for the year. I'm sticking through to making a certain amount of money. Jiu-jitsu money is not consistent, so I have to fucking kind of work for it.
You've been busy though.
Staying busy.
Get busy living and get busy dying.
Goddamn right. I talked to my dad, and at the beginning of the year, I think I was talking to him about the LC 500, and he was like, called me stupid and whatnot, but he was like, you need to make this amount of money, and I was like, okay, I'll have it by the end of the year.
All right, yeah, that's a goal.
So I'm very excited to call him at the end of the year and be like, I got it.
Yeah,
that'd be good.
Yeah, I guess to close up with that topic, as far as what I mean by don't let an opportunity go, deciding between two opportunities, that's one thing. You must be doing something good in your life when you're constantly having to decide between two positive opportunities, right? It means you're doing something right. But if you're in a situation where you see an opportunity that could possibly benefit your life or something could spark from it, and you choose not to because of your ego, your fear, your self-confidence, something like that, then you did not abide to the rule by never letting an opportunity go.
Yeah.
For example, I always love those videos of just a regular straight A student. I don't mean regular as in, if you're a straight A student, you're regular, but I'm talking about like your typical straight A student being at like a conference where like Elon Musk is talking or something like that. And Elon Musk will say something. This is a real video. He said something, and everyone in the crowd obviously is agreeing with him. Oh, yeah. This dude raises his hand. He's like, well, I disagree. And it kind of triggers Elon Musk to have this conversation with this guy. Long story short, after the conversation, he hires the guy. And so it was like, that was an opportunity where he could have been like, I kind of want to disagree with him or kind of want to talk to him, but I'm afraid to. Yeah. And now he missed out on one decision that got him over a six-figure job like that.
Interesting.
So one decision can change your life.
Yeah.
Just a little decision could change your life, right? It's huge. For example, I was thinking of when I went to trials, how I was considering not going, and I was like, man, look at all the things that came out of trials. Even though I didn't win it, I had a pretty good performance, and still a lot of things. A lot of photographers reached out to me, got like old pictures, got more I guess reputation toward instructional stuff like that, just from one decision of either go or not go.
Yeah.
So all these decisions you are not making in life, second guess before you don't make them.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Any last touches you wanted to put on that one?
I think you said everything perfectly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. All right. This was interesting stats I wanted to throw out here.
Stats of what?
Podcast.
Oh. The simple men are going down.
Yes, hunt them down. I wanted to lead the stats I'm about to read. I wanted to lead into a discussion of people talk about, it's very cliche when they're like, oh, the only competition is yourself, right? You hear that all the time, which is true, but people say it and they just say it. They never really elaborate on, like, what do you mean by that?
Yeah.
Why is it just yourself? Why isn't it this? Blah, blah, blah. So we're going to lead down that rabbit hole after I read these stats. So when Apple Podcasts launched, it was like within the first day or first week, there was 2 million podcasts uploaded to Apple Podcasts.
Wow.
Out of 2 million podcasts, 500,000 out of those 2 million, so 25% right off the rip, quit after one episode.
What? Wow.
After one episode, 500,000 of the podcast quit. And then 60%, more than half of the 2 million, didn't make it out of 10 episodes.
We're past 10 episodes.
Think about that.
We're past 10 episodes. Let's fucking go.
So I didn't want to say that because I wanted to pat ourselves on the back. Maybe I did. But I wanted to say that because the video I saw, the stat, they kind of go on to talk about a little bit of the same thing, but I want to take it to a different direction, is anything you're trying to accomplish in life or goal you're trying to reach, the competition is pretty thin if you really look at the numbers, right? A lot of people quit before they can get good. In pretty much every field, if you look at the ratio of people who tried and the people who became good. Think about the amount of people who try basketball, try football, try playing an instrument. Millions and millions and millions. What percentage of the people actually become good? Very, very small percentage. Yeah. At Jiu-Jitsu, our level, we're probably in the top 1% of people who've tried and then gotten to this level.
For sure.
Right?
Yeah.
When I mean try, I mean your
everything.
Day one
Your
trial
life.
class comes in and he quits. Yeah. So it's a big ratio. So that's how I would explain or describe the phrase, your biggest competition is yourself. Because if you really look at the field of competition, it's not that crazy. Yeah. Right?
I do understand that, but when I hear that kind of quote, your biggest competition is yourself, I think, for me at least, I take that in as for just competition itself, just competition, you are definitely your biggest athlete or your biggest fucking what the fuck is the word? We're just using it. Your biggest competition is yourself.
Is yourself.
I do believe that when it is just for competition itself.
Yeah.
But for everything else, for training, like you got to put a lot of fucking time and shit into that. I think there's more than just competition when it comes to specifically fucking jiu-jitsu and combat sports and whatnot. You have to fucking, I feel like in training you have to kind of I don't know, monkey see, monkey do, like do shit that other people fucking do.
Who are successful.
Exactly, yeah. Stuff like that. That's on top of having the correct mindset when it comes to competition. I feel like it's kind of separate for me, at least in my head. Your biggest competition is yourself on competition day.
Yeah. I think your self-belief is so important because I just thought of when you said monkey see, monkey do, and I was like, yeah, you want to imitate those who have already made it and are successful in what you're trying to do. You want to imitate them. But then you see people doing, people like John Jones stuff, doing cocaine, getting caught with multiple people getting caught with drugs, pop with steroids, DUIs, beating their wives. You see all this stuff.
Bars.
Hey, we're going down the list, baby. We'll create some enemies today. So you have to have your own self-belief in yourself to, like, monkey see, monkey do. You follow someone and then they might do something where you go, you know what? I'm not going to do that. And because I don't do that, I think I'll be better than that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you have to believe, like, you know what? That guy's really, really good. But I feel like if you change this and this, you can actually be better.
Yep.
And that's what I'm going to do.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So you have to be able to have self-belief to kind of trailblaze your own path too and believe that that path is going up, not, anywhere else.
I have this kind of setting the paths with Nicky Rod, right? Because Nicky Rod, he always emphasizes, control, then submit for competition. And a lot of times I say, fuck that. And I do a lot more risky things. If either of you or any of you guys have seen Nicky Rod compete as compared to me, like I'd say more Nicky Rod like nowadays, like new Nicky Rod and me, we compete very differently. Nicky Rod would much rather control than submit. As opposed to me, I'd rather jump around the guy, get him dog shit tired, and submit him. I don't just want to control him. I want to strangle them. I think it's way more entertaining for me. I like taking risks. Surely it's more entertaining for you guys. I like being on the fucking edge.
I don't want to control his body. I want to control his soul.
Yes, yeah, yeah. That's what the dogs do. But Yeah, I mean that alone, like, I think right now Nicky Rod's path is obviously good. You know, the greatest of all time right now, Gordon Ryan does the same thing, control then submit. But I think it can be fucking boring. And I don't want to look boring. You could win as many ADCC titles, in my opinion. You can win as many ADCC titles as you want. But it's, like, imagine if I win in some crazy fashion. That would be way, to me at least, very memorable as compared to how someone like Gordon Ryan wins. You know, everyone knows how he's going to fucking do his shit like Cade winning. Cade winning, fucking unexpected. He's super young, crazy fucking style. People are like, it takes too many risks, this, that. He's got high-level guys in his weight class, still fucking wins in crazy fashion. Heel hooks Mika in the finals, I believe. Fucking wild shit, and everyone loves him. It's fucking awesome. I feel like I'd much rather win like that. I'd rather win one title like that as opposed to 3 fucking boring runs.
I would agree.
You think so?
I would agree.
I like the risks.
Yeah, I would agree. It's people get more bought in to people's character, their story, their vibe, their legacy than their actual titles or accomplishments.
Yeah.
People really buy into the story, right? A good example would be Conor McGregor. Like, that dude's been out of the fight game for over 5 years, and people are still calling to fight with him.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Look at all the modern day animals, Islam, all them who are probably better than Conor, but no one wants to.
For sure.
No one gives a fuck about that fight. They're in Conor. Why?
Yeah.
Because it's the vibe Conor brings, right? The swagger, the
energy.
Yeah, the energy. Yeah. Yes, that's a good word. It's the energy he brings. So because of that, people will remember Conor before people remember at least 5 guys who are better than Conor.
For sure.
It's crazy. It's like, and I agree because. I don't know, man. You just buy into people's story. Like, man, that's a sick story. That's a sick style. Like, I think that will imprint yourself in history more so than, like, winning a title that no one really remembers.
For sure.
You know?
Like, one of the most memorable fucking title fights. He knocked out fucking Jose Aldo in fucking, like, 13 seconds.
And it wasn't the fact that he won a UFC title.
It was how he did it. It
was how it happened.
Yes.
It was the self-belief that he talked about. I'm going to knock him out in the first round.
Yep.
Every interview, I'm knocking out first round. Taking his belt, wearing it. Like, just he started that trend of just people buying into his story. Yep. At that point, no one really gave a shit about the belt anymore. It was the story. It was the how he was bringing it together. It's crazy, dude. That's how it's got to be. You have to be a showman.
Yeah.
You got to be a showman.
Yep. Speaking of showman, I saw... I think there was some interview that Flo or ADCC was doing. They just interviewed me real quick at trials, and I'm like scrolling through the comments, and someone says it's funny how terrible J-Rod is on the mic compared to how exciting he is on the mats. I was like, I don't need to talk. I just need to fucking show up.
Hey, he's getting better at that.
I'm trying.
He's getting better at that.
I'm trying. Yeah. Hopefully, at my next dude, I have seminars in Calgary in like Canada.
Oh, yeah.
Like next weekend, I still haven't bought flights. I haven't bought flights. I haven't bought a rental. I don't know if I can buy a rental
for a road trip.
Fuck, man. Imagine.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll get it figured out. Also, I have to write stuff down finish up writing stuff down for our instructionals. Yeah. I'm irresponsible. I cleaned my closet out last time.
I love when I do stuff that's productive, but distracts me from stuff that I actually should be productive in.
Yeah, like higher priority stuff.
Yeah, like I'll supposed to be writing my instructional, and I'm like, man, I really need to do laundry today.
I literally did that yesterday.
Like, man, I really need to go check the mail. I've really been pushing that off, but it's really just to keep you from what you actually should be doing. I love that.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Feels like you're being productive, but you're not.
You're not, yeah.
Yeah, that's
putting
awesome.
it off.
But the whole thing we just talked about blazing your own trail and believing it's going to work and following people in the right footsteps up until where you think, this is what's best for me.
Yes.
And that was what we talked about a few episodes ago. If you firmly believe that what you're doing is best for you and it isn't, it doesn't work, then fuck it.
Yeah.
At the time, I thought I was making the best decision for myself.
Yep.
And,
Going for that arm bar.
Yeah, exactly. Going for the arm bar.
Yeah.
It wasn't there. Shit.
Yeah.
There's a video of me going for a flying arm bar at Ego, and I just go flying off the stage. Like, well, that wasn't there. But look cool.
That stage was raised, right?
Yeah, it was pretty high.
Was it raised? Oh, really? Did it have like a angle going?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
it had
like
ramps. So it was pretty cool.
Okay, I would like I think Karate Combat could be really really good with the pits.
That'd be sick, man.
I think that's really really good.
So cool
for grappling. No breaks, no judges saying stop or anything.
Craig proved that recently of like a flying triangle off the wall. Yeah. It brings a whole uniqueness of style to jiu-jitsu that'll be exciting.
It changes it up.
You're not seeing flying triangles off the wall on a flat mat.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Not seeing it in MMA really either.
Exactly.
Flying triangles off the cage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, it can add for a way more exciting style of fighting. Like when I was at Iga, the second I saw the stage, I was like, oh yeah, I'm sending someone off the stage.
Yeah.
Like that was. I looked at Robert Diego and I was like, I will take at least 3 people off stage this weekend, right into the chairs. And I did it like 5 times purposely. I
love it.
I'm going right into the fucking right into the chairs.
That's great. Did any of the spectators react
crazily? Yeah, dude. In the video where I hit a sweep single, come up and I start running it out of bounds. In the video, I have the music so you can't hear it. Yeah. But in the actual original video, you just hear the dude's foot or head hits the ground or something. Fuck. And you see Miss Kazakhstan was there. Mm-hmm. And you see people. I go into the first row chairs, but the second row, there's like,
oh, wow.
Oh, my God. And I was like, yeah. Getting scrappy. Scrappy dog. I loved it, dude. Fuck. I loved it. Because in the middle of a competition, you can't feel really any pain.
No.
So I'm like, I don't really care. I'll feel it tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
sick.
I loved it. And I mean, I don't want to contradict myself because I said I think going out of bounds in ACC trials is dangerous. Mm-hmm. So the elevated stage, I think the fact that it was slanted was really good.
Yeah.
We didn't go straight vertical drop. We always kind of slide down.
That's definitely better.
And if you have mats, even a little bit of mats at the end of the slope, and it stays safe, then it just all it creates is a fun match to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, sick.
Yeah.
I really
hold on. I'm just gonna show you the video. I literally go for a flying armbar and I wouldn't say completely miss, but I miss it. My back just boom, bounces off the stage, and I'm just like, oh. My phone's not gonna load. I'll show you.
Do you slide off or anything, or just?
Yeah, I get completely off the mat.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it was awesome though.
I have a new treat.
Whoa.
What does this look like?
Shrooms.
It actually does look like shrooms. This is a fig.
That's a fig.
It's a fig.
That's not a fig. This is like a soft walnut.
It looks like it. Bro.
A fig.
Have you had figs before?
I've had a Fig Newton bar.
Fig Newton. Yeah, that's where this flavor is from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, Fig Newton bar, nothing like this at all, dude. Wow. All right, before my mind goes random places, guys. But when I saw this, I thought of a movie scene. What? That is so hilarious. What's that movie with Will Ferrell in it? And they're hunting down dinosaurs. It's really funny.
I've got no fucking clue.
There's it's not just dinosaurs, but it's center something or I don't know. But there's a scene where they're getting hunted down by a T-Rex, and Will Ferrell's like, guys, there's nothing to worry about. I read that the T-Rex brain is only the size of a walnut, and a ginormous walnut falls out of the sky. It's the size of a building. And I'm like, fuck. I don't know why I thought of that. But anyway.
I like this shit. Dehydrated fruit, man.
Wow, but you're on a roll with this, man.
It's good stuff.
Wow, this tastes like a Fig Newton bar.
I'm gonna hold it some, okay?
You have to put it all the way in.
Okay. Okay. Just breathe out it.
Mom, can you just do it?
I know I shouldn't curse in front of my mom, but cauliflower ear sucks. I use Collie Buds ear magnets. I really wish I would have had these magnets, but my ears were messed up. These keep my cauliflower ear at bay. They're the original and best quality cauliflower ear magnets on the market. Step 1, drain your ear. Step 2, pick your buds. Step 3, put them on your ear. Make the right decision. Invest in these Collie Buds so your ears don't look like chicken nuggets like mine. Check them out on Amazon or colliebuds.com. Had ears. Train with your buds.
Juice Organics powders are certified USDA organic, 100% vegan, non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, and soy-free.
We have a wide range of products that are here to support your health needs. Our products are designed to boost energy, enhance endurance, and aid in muscle recovery. Packed with organic superfoods, Juice helps fuel your body with intense training and quick recovery.
Juice Sport Greens is an all-in-one greens supplement with 7 essential organic components, consisting of greens, antioxidants, protein, probiotics, mushrooms, and fiber to help promote a strong and healthy body. And don't forget to use code DAWG25 to get 25% off all of their products.
Check out Petwear Code today for a personalized touch that your furry friend will love. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on this. Happy tails, everyone.
Use code DAWG20 for 20% off.
Have we mentioned on the previous podcast that we started Outlast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Last episode we were talking about it.
We're going to play more.
We gotta play more.
Definitely got to play more.
Definitely gonna play some chess tonight.
I played with Vince last time playing. And the next day he came into training and he was like, dude, I was having nightmares all night long. It's fucking hilarious. Vince, if you guys don't know, Vince is, if you've ever seen a Viking in the background of any B team video, that's Vince. He's a big, what is he like, fucking
6'4"?
Yeah, 6'4", 6'5", fucking massive Viking looking man.
He could play a Viking role in like Game of Thrones.
Bro, easily. He's got a massive beard, long, luscious, curly hair. It's intense. Massive, meaty lats on that guy. Every time I see him, I just want to grab
hunk him off him,
dude. Such a handsome man.
Oh, God. Let me call him up right now. Let me talk to him.
But it's funny how big and scary of a guy he is, and then he's like having nightmares from playing our game.
Yeah, that game is just wild. I didn't tell you this, but I was what was I playing recently? I was playing some random game a few days ago. And some dude mentioned Outlast Trials.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I'll play that game. And he said something that made me not want to play the game anymore, dude. He was like, have you done that one trial where you blank, 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 blank? And I was like, what? No.
It was bad.
Yes.
Sick.
It was messed up.
Bro,
dude.
we're not even a third of the way through the game.
It was messed up to the point where I don't even think I could say it on the podcast.
Yeah. Interesting. You got to tell me after this.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I was like, oh, God, I am dreading when we get to that point.
What have we done so far? All we've really done like that was bad was we've done some fucked up things actually.
Yeah.
We sawed some guy's legs off.
Dude's legs off.
Yeah.
While he's being crucified.
Yes. What else have we done?
Kill the lady
judge.
in court.
Yeah. We broke her legs, and then
It was with sledgehammers.
Yeah, sledgehammers broke
Boom,
her legs.
boom, arms, and smashed the head.
Yep. While she was being hung. Yeah, she's being hung, and then we smashed her head.
It's a horror game, guys. It's like a scary, scary horror game. So it gets pretty intense.
It's for good reason, though. The judge was not a good person, I guess.
Very bad person.
Yeah, terrible person. Anyways.
That's what we at least convinced ourselves. Turns out it's like a saint of a person.
Yeah, that's what they tell us, though. How do we segue off of killing people?
I don't know. But I have one more topic to go over.
Mm-hmm. First.
Yeah.
How do you compare that to the papaya or the mango?
Honestly, I'm a huge fan of that dried mango.
Mango is top tier for sure.
Yes, top tier. I kind of prefer that more than I do like a regular Fig Newton bar.
Oh, for sure.
Like it feels just more authentic for some reason when I'm eating
Absolutely.
it. It feels better.
I wonder what. I've never had one like fresh.
A Fig Newton?
I've never had. No, not a fig Newton. A fig. I've never
Oh, a
had a
fig.
fig fresh.
Fig.
So I wonder what. Like I assume it'd be like super juicy because this is obviously dehydrated.
You ever heard of the story of the fig tree in the Bible?
No.
No.
Let's hear it.
I don't know like every detail, but basically this guy plants a fig tree. You heard of it? He waits like 2 years.
And he gives the
And-
first fig to God or something, or Jesus, and then maybe this is about
that
lemon
might
tree.
have happened, but the big plot of the story is after 2 years, the fig tree doesn't grow anything, and so he goes to like chop it down or get rid of it, and God comes and he tells him just to wait one more year. So he waits one more year, and the third year it grows a crazy amount of figs. Basically, the moral story was like you're going to have to put in hard work and long hours of effort, and it will pay off. Just keep waiting. You know what I mean?
Interesting.
Just wait. It will pay off.
It might be the same kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It might be the same story, but it also might be a different one where Nicky Rod now has an apple and I think a peach or pear tree. And he says he heard this story from someone, or maybe he read it. He said something goes on, and God tells this guy that's growing like a lemon tree to wait like 3 or 4 years or something, or wait 3 years, and on the fourth year, you'll get like a massive fruit, and you have to give that one to Jesus or God. And,
Offer it up.
Yeah, and then after that, it'll grow like beautifully. I
Do it,
guess.
baby.
That's what he's gonna do.
You want those big lemons?
Yeah, I want some big ass juicy apples.
Now
Non-GMO.
now you have me thinking of like parables, which parables are like basically short stories in the Bible. I don't think they have to be the Bible, but some are in the Bible. Some are just kind of made up through religion.
Yeah.
But I love this little joke. You ever seen a movie called Pursuit of Happiness?
Sounds familiar. I probably haven't seen it though.
I guess that's my movie pick for the day then. Pursuit of Happiness with Will Smith. Really, really good movie. God, it's a good movie. Basically, it's about a guy trying to, he like loses his job, wife leaves him, and it's just him and his young kid, and he's like trying to find a way to like get a big job like downtown New York or something, and he's just going through like obstacle after obstacle, adversity after adversity, and the ending and everything is just a great fucking movie.
Yeah.
But like him and his kid are just walking down the road in this one scene, and he was like, "Dad, you ever heard that story about like Jesus in the boat?" And he's like, "No." And the kid like tells him the story. And it's a real parable. It's really good. He goes, "There's this one guy, or one day this guy was drowning, and this guy pulls up in a rowboat. And he's like, 'Hey man, like you need some help? You want me to save you?' And he's like, 'No, God will save me.' And he's like, the guy rows off, and then another guy rows by, and he's like, 'Dude, like you're drowning, like you need some help.' And he goes, 'No, God will save me.' And the third guy comes, and he's like, 'Bro, like you need to get in the boat.' And he's like, 'No, God will save me.' And then he drowns and dies. And he goes to heaven, and he was like, 'God, why didn't you save me?' And he says, 'I sent you 3 damn boats.'" So it was like, the opportunities are thrown in your face that you don't see sometimes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like you ask God for this, you ask God for that. He's not going to give you that, but he'll give you an opportunity that will maybe give you that. You know what I mean? I like the phrases where it's like, you ask God for courage. He's not going to give you courage. He'll give you a situation for you to be courageous in. You know what I mean? Like you'll earn it, and you'll learn it yourself.
I've heard this before. What's the rest of the like that specific one?
Yeah, it was like if you ask God for peace, like he'll give you a child or something like that, or you ask God for courage, or you ask God to be brave, he'll like put you in a situation for you to be brave.
Yeah.
It's all from the movie called I want to say it's either Bruce Almighty or Noah's Ark. It's the story of Noah's Ark, but the actual movie isn't called Noah's Ark. It's called something else. But it's one of those 2 movies.
And The Pursuit of Happiness. Is there anything else you wanted to mention about this?
It's a great movie.
It's a good movie.
Go pursue watching that movie, and you will find happiness.
I'll have a listen for sure. I'm very excited for more. I guess. I don't know if this one's going to be peaceful. Hawaii was very peaceful because I didn't have any competitions coming up. But I think my past 2 seminars have been, I have like a competition coming up, so I kind of have that on the back of my mind. I'm only away for like 2-3 days max, but it's still like, fuck, this isn't like the best training I should be getting.
Yeah.
Also training with other people is sometimes dangerous. So it's not the best to leave camp or leave fucking B team when I'm in camp. But also recovery is good as well. And that rounds won't be as intense.
Recover. You could learn something maybe.
For sure.
You never know.
Sure.
What could you learn? Use it to recover.
Yeah.
Maybe look out. Dude, you can swing things to benefit you so easily. And if you believe it, then it works. But
It works, yeah.
You go there and you could just use this opportunity to be like, man, I'm really good. You know what I mean? Like, I'm really good. Those past 3 days remind me how good I am. And you come back, you're feeling good in camp. You know what I mean? Like, you never know. You can
little
always
reset.
Yeah, you can always swing it a certain way.
Yeah. I'll figure it out.
No, I know you will.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know why they haven't. I think it's less than a month away competition. I don't know why they haven't announced who I'll be fighting for a Fight Pass.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
At least I haven't seen anything yet.
You going to the Who's Number One with Nicky Ryan and JT?
I will be there, yeah.
I'd like to go to that.
Yeah.
How far is that? Arlington, Texas?
Probably 2 Tree. Yeah, 2 Tree. I'd assume we'll probably drive down with like a fucking, I don't know, 4-door.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Or maybe I'll drive with Nicky Ryan. And I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
We'll figure out the day of.
Yeah, for sure. He's doing the same thing, except he's away for like, he's away in a different country.
He's in Germany
for
right now,
like,
right?
I think so, for like a week or maybe 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But but then he's fighting JT in like very soon. Actually, I think it's like June, right?
No, it's May.
Oh, it's May.
I believe so.
Oh shit.
I think it's May. Yeah, it's like May 14th.
So what month are we in right now? April.
April.
Fuck me.
Today is April 17th.
Interesting. I wonder how his camp's been going. He went to Vegas and was like, "Oh, I've had great training," and I was like, "Oh, well, who been training with?" He's been training with really like high level guys, high level MMA guys mainly, and then he came back home and had not stopped talking about how great he felt, which is good. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how he competes. Surely he'll do well.
Some people believe that. I mean, Allen Iverson believed he did not believe in practice. He believed just competing.
Who's this?
Arguably one of the not greatest of basketball players of all time, but he won a NBA title. He was really, really good, MVP, I believe, and he never practiced.
Interesting.
And he showed up to the game and just ball out.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. He's like didn't show up to practice. Like they said, every once in a while he'll show up, shoot a few hoops. He'll make it, and be like,
Still got it.
feel good. Like,
Fuck.
Levi's on top.
Interesting.
Yeah, dude. So some people have their own ways, and if they believe it, it's like, hey.
Yeah. If it's working.
If it's working, if it's working, you can't say but so much.
Yeah.
But if you're wondering if you practice, you'd be a little better, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, that would be my thought.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm this good without practice.
Yeah, imagine if,
What's my full potential with training?
Yeah.
Fuck.
That is interesting.
Surely he's content, though. If he was content without pride, like, never thought
I mean, he's
about
making millions of dollars, winning titles, dude. I guess I'm
doing something right.
If I did that, didn't have to practice, I probably wouldn't practice either.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Must be nice. Here I am practicing my heart out training and still not good enough.
Oh, you have a competition coming up. Or no?
Yeah. I just confirmed. I confirmed to be on the B team to go against 10th Planet Vegas, Andy Rella's team. I was asked to be on that team on main character.
Main character. This will be in Austin.
Be in Austin, June. I'm confirmed for that. 160.
Sick. Fuck yeah.
Whoop some ass. I'm hyped
June,
for that shit.
Like
I
mid-June?
love to- Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, kind of
Sick,
around
sick.
the Hawaii time.
We could do it like do Hawaii right after.
after.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right after I go out there, then go to the Hawaii seminar, then show all the I hit.
Fuck yeah.
I'm excited for that, dude. Just dual events, the team events, dude, just fire me up.
It's a
man.
different energy
I
for
love
sure.
it. I love that energy.
Yeah.
The Yiga was totally different energy, man.
Yeah.
Fired me up.
Yep.
So I'm excited, man.
Yeah.
Hell, I'm kind of tempted. To. We're looking for another 160 pounder. I'm tempted just to do both.
Yeah.
And just be like, run them at the beginning of the duel and at the end of the duel.
Yes.
I'll take out both.
Yeah, that'd
All right,
be
let's
sick.
go. It's only one duel.
Yeah.
Just one extra match.
Yeah.
I'll run it.
The question is like main character does massive cards. It's excessive. So I wonder if you guys will be like spread out throughout the entire event, or will it just be at like, all right, the duel event will be at 6.
I'm a duel of B Team versus 10th Planet Vegas. I'm sure will be one of the highlights of the card.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming it would be toward the end.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you have the main event, Andy versus Joseph, at the end.
Yeah.
And Andy's the coach for the team.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they'd want to put it that close to his match.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll be ready regardless.
I hope it's not a very long event,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. Are you guys, as a team, do you get paid, or you get paid to show?
I think winner gets paid.
Okay.
I'm
You don't
not
know
sure
how
the much. No, I'm not sure the amount, but I'll get paid in souls.
Yes.
That's how I'm gonna get paid.
Yes.
But no, I'm excited. We have right now it's me, Chris Wojak, Nick Mattia, and then our fourth we're trying to get Raf from Wilson Bros. He's really really good, 160. If not him, I was going to try and get one of my boys from old gym I used to train at. He's up and coming. He's a kid. He's only like 17, 18. Virginia state champion this year.
Sick.
And his jiu-jitsu is pretty good. He's beaten Andrew DeCraft twice, who Andrew DeCraft was ranked 15 on Flow, I believe.
Fuck yeah.
So he's good. He's a scrapper too, and he's really good at leg locks. He's a wrestler. So I might, if I can, try and get him an opportunity to be on there and
That'd be sick.
show out. But those guys are studs at 10th Planet Vegas. Like, they're high level wrestlers.
Yeah.
They like
Scrappy
taking the back.
guys as well. Yeah.
Yeah, they like fighting. They like turning it into a fight.
Yep.
So all I gotta say is you better hope that Matt isn't elevated. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, they're super slick with their stuff. Like they're really good with. I guess they're pretty good with hand fighting. They're really good at taking the, like you said, taking them back, but taking them back from standing, like with just good hand.
They do
fighting.
a good job of pairing their physicality with their technique.
Absolutely,
They're very physical with the technique.
Absolutely,
which is good.
And that's all due to Andy Varela being a very good coach.
Yeah.
It's very frustrating when people say, "Oh, he's using all his athleticism. I can't do this because I'm 60 years old." Well, these kids, given they're kids, but they were still taught that.
Yeah, they didn't start off like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's turning his like guys right underneath him into like studs. Their style's just like his.
Exactly. They're like miniature fucking Andys.
They are.
It's
they're hitting flying stuff. They're wrestling
successfully too. Like they all have Andy style.
Yeah.
And that's due to his coaching. It's fucking. It's how you were taught. It's not that you're fucking that you physically can't do these things.
Exactly. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
And then I was planning on doing the Vegas Open in Vegas. That was just gonna be the thing on my calendar, but now this will be within the next 2 months.
Sick.
Yep.
Do you know when ADCC Worlds is?
August.
August.
Yeah, because the Vegas Open is the same weekend.
Interesting.
Yep.
So. Maybe I'll be there. Surely I'll be there, but maybe I'll be there competing. Maybe I'll be there coaching or just moral support.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you said the energy in for team events. I feel like the energy for ADCC was different as well.
I love it.
It was very nice.
Love it when it's different.
Yeah.
I say different, but he knows what I'm talking about, and people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. But you're just the energy around you just puts you in that mood where you're like, man, I'm just ready to scrap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't even care what goes on today.
Yeah.
I'm just ready to scrap.
Yeah. You're just there with like an Airbnb with the fucking team.
Yeah, the team, the boys,
it's just
dude.
all the boys.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the same fucking line, you know.
Yeah.
Ready to fucking
same line.
scrap.
We're all competing at the same time. We're all in the same corner because everyone's going one at a time, dude.
Yep.
It's go time. Let's go.
It's a good feeling.
I love it. I'm excited.
Yeah. It's a good environment.
JB's gonna be the coach.
Oh, for your dual thing.
JB's
Sick.
the coach of our dual team. Andy's
Fuck
their coach. Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
And you said it's 4 men?
4 men.
4 men.
Yeah. Right now, the team we're trying to get is Raf, me, Chris Wojak, Nick Mattia, and Raf is the only one that's not confirmed.
What are the weight classes? 160?
160, 160, 185, and like 185.
Oh, okay.
We're pretty much going with whatever weight their guys are.
Yeah.
Pretty is what they said, like, this is, they have their 4 studs.
Yeah.
And this is how much they weigh. So this is going to be the weight classes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are they like the champions or something, or?
This will be the first time they did a team event on main character, but they just did a big.
I feel like I saw this.
They just did a 3v3.
Yeah.
And where they won the chains and like the money.
But that's not main character.
That was not main character, but apparently they had a good team in the finals, and they kind of dogged them. They put like knee on their face and stuff. There's like viral videos, you know. So
Sick.
so they're trending right now.
Yeah.
So we're going to
good.
distinguish that flame pretty quickly.
Yeah, they're a good team though. It'd be a good event.
It'd be
I'm
good.
excited to
It'd
see
be
that.
scrappy, yeah.
Yeah.
You better be there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
It'd be good.
For sure.
Exciting.
Shall we wrap this up?
Yeah. Let's wrap it up.
All right. Thank you to all the dogs for tuning in. Should we go over? I guess we'll go over some of these guys.
Yeah.
The old sponsors, Cali Buds. They'll hook you up with some magnets for your ears. After you drain them, they'll compress your ears so there's no more fluid coming up in your ears. As well as Juice Organics. They got all the supplements you need. Make sure to check them out. And you want to get these dog collars.
Oh, I actually want to bring one home with
okay.
me. So I grabbed this one.
The dog collars.
Yeah.
Petwork Co. They hooked us up. I say this every goddamn time, but I want pictures of Leo and this guy.
We got to do it, dude.
One of these
Gotta do it.
days. Yeah, super customizable. They have like these tags that are embroidered, as well as these
Like badges.
badges of whatever design you like. They Velcro right onto the collar. Super unique, good stuff. Make sure you guys check them out. And thank you guys for all the support. We'll see you guys on the next one.
Peace.